Hello, comrades. In this episode, we dig deeper, we find some iron, we find flux stone, and we keep building up a tower of jet and steel. Enjoy the show. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the cool stuff, and thank you for being here. So, welcome back, YouTube, to episode 3 of the series of GraveGate, a Dwarf Fortress series that takes place in Ulathu Muya, the domain of typhoons. Now, last time, we had some issues with migration, in the respect that we aren't really getting a whole lot of migrants. And the way to solve that problem is with created wealth. We need to figure out exactly what we can make en masse to make our fortress look better. So anything that our dwarves have crafted, anything that we, any like furniture that we can make, that will help us in securing new migrants. We've got plenty of iron. We've got some coke here. We can start making a little bit of steel. That'll be really useful. But it's not necessarily enough to start bringing in the migrants. Alright. We are all out of seeds currently. Let's process some plants down here then. And while we're at it, we do have a number of things. We have gems, and we have wood, and we have jet. Human Mace Man is visiting. Oh, there he is. Oh, that is quite the that's quite the accomplished human then. Rasthro Shaken the Pleated Morning. With that kind of name, must have quite a few kills to his name. 8 notable kills and 3 others. 3 in the Fortress of Release labored, and then a whole bunch of masked lovebird men, and a troglodyte, and a silver flail. Ooh, that's a pretty badass weapon. Whoever this person is, you know, they have quite the lengthy history. They have a book called Thoughts on the Masked Lovebird Man. Chapter covers the impersonation of the human Amina Wallbutters by the human Stala Whisk Savages. Destruction of the Saffron Dinner by the... Okay, that covers the rise of the giant dingo Ages Belted as the enemy of the Root of Ages. Plot of a human to infiltrate the Root of Ages under the influence of the human necromancer Tyke's Urged Embrace. Huh, that's a massive history book there. Ah, that sucks, Tibbs. I'm sorry to hear that. Whoop. Well, hey, I guess the game is going to do a little auto save here whilst we're while stream is crashing. Hello, Archangel. How you doing? We are getting a whole bunch of visitors here. Do we have no plants to process? It's okay. I guess we don't have any. In that case, what if we made some cheese here? Give to there. And if we make some barrels of sweet pods into dwarven syrup, Kiwan Ita. Okay, so it says that she's a lady consort, but it does not say what type of species she is. Looks like just a human. Okay. But what is she the lady consort of? The Empire of Radiance. Well, there's a... And also a noted preserver of knowledge and treasure hunter. A lot of treasure hunters coming through here. I wonder if they have been lured here by the promise of trying to bring down, like, necromancers and shit. Alright, so we're still paving over all of this stuff here. We'd better pluck all of these plants then before people before we pave that area over. Get some good use out of them all. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of wool here. Let's get all that woven up here as well. We have so many dwarves, and, well, we actually don't have all that many dwarves. Hi, Apollo. Yeah, I've lost track of how many people have sent me that particular meme. But, you know, it's nice to be thought of. Yeah, how you doing today? Oh, okay. Looks like Mias's Jabra is now, fully grown up. So if we ever get another Jabra, then... Oh! Oh, this is perfect! We've got hematite down here. Hell yeah! That's perfect. That means that we actually have a source of iron in the caverns that is not, or we have a sort of source of iron that's not in the caverns. That is a huge relief. And also, an elven caravan from Parikia has arrived. Okay, well, I guess it is spring, so it is the perfect time for them. Well, let's see what they have to offer. After all, the elves could be a good source of corpses in the future. Okay, we've got some very valuable gems here. They also probably help us take everything that they need, or everything that they have. I'm not gonna necessarily bring up many of the other things because, actually, yeah, these mugs, we know that they're just made of stone. Good, replace your shoe inserts. Makes you wonder if you're walking correctly. I guess That's a good thing to wonder. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, if we have good trade relations with the elves, they will take back with them knowledge that our humble fortress has has an abundance of goods and services.
Damn right, darling.
Hello, Lasai Rockinu. How you doing? Okay. The elves are here. Greetings. We are enchanted by your more ethical works. Yes, yes. You alright? I'm glad to hear. Oh, look at that thing. A giant tiger. Now that is an animal we can train for war. Don't fuck this up. Like that. That right there is, you know, very much worth favorable trade relations. If we can get them to bring more giant tigers, we could have them be war animals to a defensive warrior squad. That'd be very much worth trading with them. You know, until we have enough of our own. Sure, we'll buy some turbans and a hood, some gloves. You know, so we don't have to grow these. So we don't have to make as many clothes ourselves. Okay, they've got some saguaro fruit, some persimmons, coffee cherries, olives. Okay, most of these can be brewed into drinks. Okay, okay. Alright, so let's put some things back then, because clearly we cannot take everything here and still be at a profit. You know, we don't need the clothes that much. The important thing is that we get that tiger. Don't need the clay. You'll need more goods to make this arrangement. Okay, okay. That's fine. You know, normally I'd whip up a bunch of clothes for the elves. Sorry, a bunch of coins. But we just don't have that kind of, we don't have that kind of metal. All we've got so far is a small amount of iron that we've gotten from the caverns. Okay, we are not interested in... Oh, hey! Our trade broker picked up one of the turbans. Love that. Okay, so we've made a bunch of rock statues. First thing that I want to set about doing is popping a bunch of statues in people's rooms. Just a little something to arbitrarily raise the value of those rooms. Unless, of course, it's of something that the dwarf doesn't like. But hey, who's going to say no to free art in their rooms? Certainly not anyone who's a VTuber, that's for sure. Alright, we've got more pink tourmalines. Those seem to do pretty well. Lavender jades. You know, we may not have much in the way of iron, but we do have plenty of gems down here. And if it comes down to it, next time the dwarves come to trade, we will ask them for silver. Okay, it looks like we've got a whole bunch of people doing various different chores. Good. Get those plants picked. asked, we got plenty of stuff that we can make out of those. Especially if we're going to be paving this area over. Yeah, those gems did us really well. Once it's done, we're gonna... Yeah, once it's done, we can just, we can start focusing on some defenses and such. Because right now we've got a few cage traps. That's not enough. We really want to... We really want to get better walls up. We want to start getting some metal, making weapons, armor, that sort of thing. I was going to tell you a funny story. You're stuck on this one boss in the game since 3 months or something. After the 5th try, you raged so hard you punched your leg. Oh my... Okay. I'm glad that you think that's a funny story, but I'm just concerned for you. I hope you're okay. Welcome back, Tims. I'm busy cranking out a whole bunch of different furniture here. Especially a whole bunch of jet blocks. Because I want to use the jet blocks to make a big old tower. Yeah, I was really concerned by that, Cyrock and you. Okay, a couple of animals have grown up to be dogs. Right now, they're basically all we've got for war animals, except for that giant tiger. Still upset no one at the polling place has complimented your Friege hoodie? Well, I guess they just don't know Olympics culture like you do. Alright, we're gonna carve out this area here for giant tigers. Okay, we're spinning the sheep wool yarn into thread. Weave that into cloth. Hello, the one ponytail. How you doing? And hello, La Starfire. Is it really your first time chatting? I'd have sworn that I've seen you in here before. We're on our IKEA arc. Yep. If we're going to be attracting migrants, we are going to need every last... we're going to need every last bit of furniture, every crafted good, everything we can get our hands on. Unfortunately, a lot of this meat is going bad. I guess we just don't have enough dwarves to move it all. Okay, we've got that outputted to the food stockpile. Mom insisted we take a Kamala sign, and now it's staked out in front of the house. Hell yeah, you gotta show solidarity. Alright, we're brewing drinks up from plants and fruits. Happened for the second time now, so it's alright. You have this weird gen under your under development or whatever. Huh. You know what? Yeah, that's unusual. I'm glad you're okay. But yeah, just little concerned by that. Alright, we're gonna make some more beds as well. Alright, all this area, we'll get it smoothed down. I want this to be ready for future migrants. So you just have like a much different paint threshold then. Huh. Yeah, it's good to see you, Starfire. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, we really do just have like a large variety of people here. What is everybody up to? A lot of store item and stockpile, and yet nobody actually doing it. That's dwarves for you. Okay, collecting webs, cutting gems, making furniture, brewing drinks. Yeah. That's fascinating though. Okay, I think we have enough webs from their caverns right now, and it's also distracting our dwarves from doing other important stuff. Reaching the hospital right now. Okay, yeah, have a good rest of your night. Hope they're able to fix you up. You have an update on your dwarf. Let's see. Let's see. You are currently preparing a lavish meal. Looks like you have you've got steelhead trout, brook lamprey, mussel, and char. Looks like you're just a big old seafood boil then, by the looks of it. We're making good use out of all the fish that Lenny's been catching. Meanwhile, Lenny is making some persimmon wine right next to you. Invest in a blowhage and a Junglescock in every room. Which one is the Junglescock? If I'm pronouncing it correctly, probably not. I know blowhigh is pronounced correctly. Is it like a bear or something? I'm gonna make some more crafts here. Crafts and totems, because we've butchered a couple of animals. They should have some totems left over. It's a huge bear plush. Okay, I thought so. You know, we can also make some... We can make some wood crafts. That's fine. Just don't trade them to the elves. Not until they brought us back a few tigers. Because the average tiger, that thing takes a lot of time. Like a lot of time to grow up. It's like at least 3 years. Let's see. Giant tiger. When do they become adults? They become adults at age 3. So yeah, 3 entire years for baby giant tigers to become adults. We've got a cardinal woman bard visiting, and Lola Conid, the dwarf liemaker pale corpse. So that's a type of undead. She has 4 children. Huh. What exactly is she here for? She has come to relax at the Cake of Corridors. There's the, Cardinal Woman Bard. Enjoying tastefully arranged furniture. Petitions. Varatha Treemiths wishes to reside in GraveGate for the purposes of entertaining citizens and visitors. Oh, that's the Cardinal Woman. Sure. Hopefully, eventually she'll become a citizen, and then it'll be. I think it'd be really cool to have a bard that can fly join our military. Some migrants have arrived. Okay, we've got a Uvad here, a carpenter. We have a baby unicorn. A gem cutter. Oh, good. We've got plenty of those. Plenty of gems. A mason. Bringing a full-grown bull. A blind cave bear cub. Okay. A duckling. A strand extractor. Wow, someone who has actually seen adamantine and has been able to, safely extract it. That's really cool. Furnace operator. Can always use more of those. A regular old peasant. No skills? Okay. At the very least, we will be able to... Yeah, they'll be able to haul stuff. Another gem cutter. Another furnace operator. Cool. Another peasant. Oh, another... Oh, a baby llama. A leather worker. Baby turkey. Fishery worker. Peasant. How many of them are here? A carpenter. We definitely need carpenters. Definitely to take the workload off of some of our others. Peasant with no real skills. And looks like a donkey. Oh, and let's see, another carpenter. Cool. At this rate, the carpenters will have their own guild. Another peasant. No skills. Another peasant. Looks like the husband of the other peasant. Okay, cool. 32. 32 in total. Well, that's how many we have now. 32 peasants total. Those are some good numbers. I guess that means we're gonna have to start making more rooms. That and, finish these ones. And this will free up a lot of jet for us to make more blocks for the tower. You know what we do have? We've got plenty of iron. We could make a couple more iron picks and give those to the miners. Or rather, give those to peasants and make them into miners. Looks like Archangel here is working on some of that as well. Makes sense, since they're a proficient weaponsmith. Uzal, our future necromancer, is working on making blocks. Clearly, they want to be a part of the tower. It's, they want their crafts dwarfship to be directly involved in the tower. Have a personal hand in it. Okay, with those iron picks made, looks like a performance troop is making its way here. The Anguished Posts. Who are the Anguished Posts? Looks like a bunch of masked lovebird women and masked lovebird men. for the most part. Yeah, I would love for them to join in so that we can eventually have like a whole troop of like militarized flying people, you know? Alright, so since there's several peasants here with no other skills, I'm just gonna assign these two here to yeah, we're gonna assign those ones to become miners. For the meantime, though, the peasants can also help bring all these statues into place. There's a lot of furniture and a lot of blocks that still need rearranging. So there will always be need for peasants that aren't dedicated to one skill, so they can focus on things like placing furniture, smoothing out corridors, and that sort of thing. There is no such thing as unskilled labor. Even though these peasants are technically being used for things that don't have a skill involved. All work is valuable. Locked at this... Oh, there's still a tree there. Okay, okay. Alright, let's see. How many woodcutters do we have? We have 2. You know what? We should also make a couple of iron axes as well, then. Just to make sure that we have enough to... that we have enough to do enough, like, wood cutting. We've got a lot of cut jades here. I think all of those gems were attracting those new dwarves. Potentially eyes alight with the prospect of having some of that wealth for themselves. More pink tourmaline. Excellent. The stones of hailing have arrived. An elf poet. Looks like a couple of elf poets. This one just has a pair of books, one in their right hand, one in their left hand. This one is also naked and just has a book called On the Forest. And elves be weird, yo. This one has the decency to come fully dressed at least. That's a lot of elves. Let's see, Villy of GraveGate is doing well. Alright, alright. All of these hands are gonna do a lot for getting everything in the place where we want it to be. Alright. This is gonna be our enclosure for the giant tiger. Here's hoping that the elves bring more giant tigers next year. Because those things will be fearsome combatants when they're actually, when they're actually here. When there's enough of them. P1 Mouth Death, which is to reside in GraveGate for the purpose of eradicating monsters. P1 Mouth Death. The Lady Consort. She has an...
Thank you for being a good little sub.
58 months Courage and Honor.
Courage and Honor. Thank you so much, Freya. I really appreciate you. 58 months. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for resubbing. How you doing, hon? Sure, yeah. Be a monster slayer in my fortress. Why not? The tiger does not currently have a name, Would you like it to have a name? Okay. Visitors ready to leave. Okay. So yeah, all of these visitors are gonna bring notice of how well we're doing. Bag of sugar there. Cool. Wait, why is this rotten? We not have enough barrels? I feel like we should have more barrels. Okay, yeah, you know what? We'll make some pots as well. Pots and barrels. Studying for an exam tomorrow? Gotcha, good luck with it. Hope it goes well. Let's see. Lion cave bear. Okay, we'll put the bull in there. And then we've got a unicorn foal. Llama. Colt in there. All of this meat has gone rotten. It's possible. Trying to figure out a cool name for said tiger. Sure. Yeah, you can use put me in the game coach for animals too. Yeah, Zelda's all sleepy. Being dumb is very tiring, you know? It's a full-time occupation for her. We are definitely gonna need more. Are you in this fortress? Yes, I went ahead and named a dwarf after you. Zelda is the hardest worker. She is. Hi, Mama Bear. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Yeah, let me show you the dwarf that you have then. Here we are. You are our militia commander. You also have a variety of skills. No combat skills just yet, but you're a proficient ambusher. You've got some knowledge of tactics, and that's partly why that's partly what I've got you doing. You are going to be the one who steals the book. Oh, Sarvesh Shagog Keskal, the bookkeeper, has become possessed. Our first artifact. Feeling like a villain? Want to see what else you'll do today? I look forward to seeing. Yeah, I hope that you have some good stuff that you're looking to get into. Okay, so we've got a male and female unicorn. That means we can have more unicorns. Excellent. Unicorn horn is a very good trade product. Okay, we are out of hematite. What was that hematite that I found a vein of? It's on level 32. Okay, we just haven't dug more up yet. Well, looks like they've begun a mysterious construction. What have they taken? Jet and conglomerate, the two biggest things out here. We have so much jet and so much conglomerate. Welcome back, Axe. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, Freya, your job here is going to be to steal the Necromancer book. As a result, I'm making sure that you are trained as a hunter, because hunters need to know how to steal things, you know, or rather, you need ambusher skill, and the best way to build up the ambusher skill is by hunting. You think of the concept of homework streams? I mean, if you think that it'll help you, if you think it'll help you learn, then yeah, absolutely, go for it. The delights of jumping. We're getting so many different poets and things come to our little tavern. A real cute model? Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. This is what I normally look like. But since it's spooky month, I figured why not break out my why not break out my Halloween outfit, you know? This is my alternative form. The she is known as Pandora. In my lore, she is the vigilante side, uh the one who wants to take justice into her own hands in a violent way. The delights of jumping wish to reside in GraveGate. Sure. You know, since we didn't have a whole lot of migrants, I think it makes sense to go ahead and you know, supplement our dwarves with humans and other species, because this particular the particular civilization that we're part of, the Key of Slaughters, does not have a whole lot of dwarves. We are not a very populous nation. We are the least populous nation of the entire world that we reside in. As a result, we kind of have to make do. And one of the things that we have learned is to embrace those from other races. Ooh. Savesh Shagalkeskal, the bookkeeper, has created Zodostunal Inem Gudid, a jet coffin. He offers it to the pale jesters. What a delightful artifact, you know? Something for which we can what a way to start off our fortress that's going to be a necromancer tower. Also, this cardinal woman has an artifact bronze warhammer. I would like her to stick around. And then this Master Lovebird man or woman person, Master Lovebird woman hammerman has an iron warhammer, but also an iron short sword that is an artifact as well. Interesting. But yeah, let's take a look at our very first artifact. This is a jet coffin. All Craftsdwarf ship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of round conglomerate cabochons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of jet. Plain and elegant. Once Uzol becomes our fortress's mayor, I think I would like to make that her personal coffin, you know? And chat, I had an idea, and I wish to consult with the gods, and by the gods, I mean Twitch chat. Our future necromancer, I want her to make an artifact, but but I want to guide things a little bit, you know? Hydrate? I will, thank you. What did you have for dinner, Axe? So yeah, one thing that I would like to do. One thing I want to do with Uzal the Necromancer is I want her to make an artifact, but not just any artifact. I kind of want her to make an artifact using a very special type of strange mood. In Dwarf Fortress, some stew. Ooh, love stew. Is it a good stew? What's in it? So, in Dwarf Fortress, there are multiple types of strange mood. The usual one is a Fey mood, where the dwarf makes an artifact and becomes a legendary person in that particular skill. Alternatively, there is a secretive mood, like a strange mood, but they are not as forthcoming with what kind of artifact they want, with what kind of materials they want. There's also a macabre mood, where they get together bits of junk and other such things to make their artifact. It's usually things like chitin and shells and that sort of thing. That's not what I want. What I'm looking for is to... I think it would be really cool if our necromancer gained a fell mood. For those who don't know, a fell mood usually only happens when a necromancer... not when a necromancer, when a dwarf is in a particularly low mental state. And instead of like having a bright idea, they will let out a harsh laugh, you know, fell and terrible. A fell mood is where a dwarf will murder another sentient creature, drag that corpse to the butcher's shop, and then make the artifact using that sentient creature that they just murdered. Hello, Minty. How you doing today, hon? Can I get a shout out for Minty, please? Okay, and get that giant tiger like trained up. Will convo to enter? Wild convo to enter on? Yes. Welcome to Dwarf Fortress, where crazy shit happens all the time. But yeah, this is the Fortress of GraveGate. We hope one day to be a necromancer tower, and so I think it would be very fitting to a necromancer if they were to make an artifact by murdering someone else. Oh yeah. The caffeine definitely affects people with ADHD quite differently as well. Alright, so I've got a few different plans here. So, first things first, we're going to start making some guilds over here. Because it's important that our dwarves pass on certain skills to future generations. Not ethical necromancers, only summoning what's already dead. Oh no, we are definitely seeking to be villains of this world.
Homegrown ghosts?
Mm. We're gonna make farm-to-table zombies.
Ah. 100% organic?
Exactly. We don't have anything to... Okay, here we go. We're gonna start doing a little butchering as well here, because we've got a few pigs, and I don't want the pigs to necessarily get too out of hand. What? Okay. Graveyard Keeper in Dwarf Fortress, right? God, I love Graveyard Keeper. I really want to get their new game, Bloomtown, but I also shouldn't be spending money on things. You know, not when I've got a PC to pay off, you know? Okay, we're gonna kill a few of these cats here, because there are too many of them.
Tell them to cover your ears.
We're gonna turn them into meat. This bull here, that's also meat. This blind cave bear, meat. We can butcher one of these sows too. That way we've got plenty of meat, but then we've also got something else that we really need. Bone. Other cats. You've seen what happens when cats get out of hand. They destroy the frame rate by being far too numerous.
That's still a thing.
To a lesser extent, but still. Bone, yes. Bones are useful for a lot of different things. In this particular... Exactly, Coco Muggins, the catsplosion. Whilst it's not as big an issue in later versions of Dwarf Fortress, it is enough of an issue that it's worth paying attention to. That donkey needs to go in the pasture. If it hangs around at the tavern, it will starve to death. But yeah, bones are useful for all sorts of things. We can make jewelry, we can make technically we can make armor out of it. We can use it to decorate furniture. And also, we can make crossbow bolts out of it. We could make a bone crossbow, but bone crossbows are they're terrible when it comes to melee. So we're gonna forge an iron crossbow here. I want an iron crossbow for Freya / Aurelia, our hunts dwarf. It's gonna be important for her to keep training her ambusher skill, because if she's gonna go and steal that necromancer book, we need her to be as well trained as she can be in the art of sneaking up and taking things that, should be ours. You got a neat thing today? What did you get today that was neat? Hello, Palm. How you doing? Okay, ooh. That's an exceptional iron crossbow. Alright, so. One of the labors... Oh, no.
Trans rights, damn it.
Oh, that's gonna go on for a while. You have a kitten next to you? Oh, good. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to make using the bones is crossbow bolts. It's a simple economy thing. We use the bones to turn them into crossbow bolts. Use those bone crossbow bolts to make other things into corpses that we can then use to make bone crossbow bolts. Got your mom's all, oh hell yeah! That's something on my list of things to get once I'm better situated as a streamer. Oh damn, we've been catching a lot of badgers. Okay, badger, 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 badger. Mushroom, mushroom. There's no snakes yet, though. Hey, yep, everybody saw where I was going. Can you say? Yeah, of course you can say something 40k related. Hit me up. What you got? I'll say something 40k related. I found someone today on, I found them like a little while ago on Twitter. They're female. They're like female space marine VTuber who's also like they also have like elf ears, and their name is also Aurelia. She was looking for obscure 40k facts, so I was like, oh, you want obscure 40k facts? Let me tell you all about the first in let me tell you about the Felinids, a race of abhumans that are cat people. Share link. Let's see.
Oh, these. My boobies. My massive fucking titties. My super stuffed milkies. My honker bonker doinky boinkies. My fabric stretching, wind flapping, gravity welling sex mounds. You mean these super duper ultra hyper goddamn motherfucking tits?
Oh, hang on. There we are. Aurelia Temperus. Oh. Apparently a masked lovebird woman swordswoman has been missing for a week. There haven't been any combat logs. No, that was my fault. I put in the Twitch link rather than just her username. A human caravan from Relindo has arrived. See, the ambassador has been paying off by going out to different places and being like, hey, I would like you to give me tribute. The humans now know where we are, so they have come to trade. All right. Yeah. When you recognize the special identifier errors, yeah, I use Mix It Up. It's a really good like bot system. First, you feel like fem studies are an inevitability. One of the girls from the Ultramarine Army Union found your Reddit after you posted Titus on Sigmarxism. Yeah, I've hit up Sigmarxism occasionally. Excuse me. Okay, let's give them some cut tourmalines. Let's give them some... let's give them these eggs. I think we don't need all those eggs. We'll bring them back when they're full-on trans people. Oh, that's one of the cute things about like black cats is when it's dark, you know, they can just blend into different places. Of course, that means that you're in danger of stepping on them, but still. We had a black cat for a little bit that didn't really work out. His name was Omen, and I remember at times he was just, oh hey, there she is. We found the, oh no wait, there was a masked lovebird swordswoman. This raven woman swordswoman is currently fighting a giant cave toad. She is unconscious and bleeding. Well, I guess that's what she gets for fighting a giant cave toad if she's unprepared for it. Well, that's a shame. She had a whole lot of promise. But yeah, like, the one time I didn't know whether or not he was actually hiding. Like, I didn't know where he was hiding. And I, like, looked under the bed, and the only reason that I saw that he was there was that he let out this tiny little meow. And, she was found dead dehydrated? How did she get up there? Why was she trapped there? You know, maybe these bird people are not worthy military candidates if they just get themselves killed. But yeah, the only reason I could see where he was is he let out this tiny little meow. I could see just his mouth, and then I looked like a little bit closer, and like there he was. Someone came to the house and was wondering why she smelled sage. I was using it to pray every night and mornings. Aw. Well, hey. I'm glad that makes you happy. Yeah, it was a shame about Omen. I guess it was not meant to be. Okay. Craftsmanship of the dwarves is unparalleled. Let's make a deal. Ooh, okay, you know what? We could take this this large copper helm. Not because we need it, as it is as a helmet, because it's too big for our dwarves to use. But we can melt it down and make it into our own copper. I hope he is too. We did notice that he did find a home, so I hope that will end up being his forever home. We don't really need any fish. We can grow our own. Floated tubers? Sure, why not? Fisher berries? We can grow those our own, but, you know, that's fine. Radishes, we can brew those up. Strawberries, we can make wine out of those. Bilberries, cranberries, we can brew those up. Blueberries, we can brew those up. Maybe some cheese. You know, this video saw of a dog thinking that a baby cow was going to replace him. Aww. Strawberry wine is the tits. I love it. It is good stuff, you know. Blueberry wine's pretty good as well. Place that I used to go to in Gettysburg had a winery where they did not add any extra sugar during the fermentation process. So it was very much just like it was not sweet, but it was still, you know, it had those like natural flavors and everything. You know, we'll melt down the copper bow as well. Get this harpsichord. We'll see what else the humans bring us. And then, you know what? We'll give them a couple of tourmalines as a gift. We'll see to it that our leader gets his offering. But yeah, strawberry wines is really good, I think. We've got so many badges here. You know, I don't really want to necessarily... Ooh, mango wine sounds good. I've had peach wine. I think I've had apricot. Pineapple was a really good wine. Alright, we're gonna assign these badges for training. We're not gonna raise the badges, because the badges that I've had in the past have always had a bit of a reputation of going bum-fucking nuts after a while and just trying to kill the other badges. But we will butcher them up, because they will make some good meat. Okay, you know what? We're gonna assign this as a food stockpile, just for the meat here in the butcher's shop. So I have a tendency to chug drinks like they're juice or soda. Here's the thing, though. Juice, you know, like fruit juice, is actually much worse for you than soda. Because, like, there's, like, all of the sugar and, like, none of the associated good stuff that's in fruit. And look at this tavern, it's buzzing. Hey, we've even got a goblin poet in here with, like, 8 children. Anybody that sticks to something a moment longer than they have to is an idiot, he says. Haven't tried many wines, more of a whiskey rum fella.
Trans rights. Fuck turfs.
Hell yeah, Infinity Storm, how you doing? Okay, that person's been missing for a week. Maybe responsible for an incoming DM. Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't answer your DM earlier because I was streaming. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep, that makes sense. I understand now. Alright, one ponytail. We've got... Hi, Soda Pop, how you doing? We've got a couple of miners. We've got the bookkeeper. We've got carpenters, masons, furnace operators, gem cutters. We have a strand extractor, multiple peasants, and then several different poets of various species. So, like, it's pretty easy to record, especially if you have a phone. Honestly, I just record using Audacity, which you can get for free off of SourceForge. Go for the bookkeeper, you got it. Bookkeeper Sarvesh here. A very cool person indeed. You want to know why they're cool? They are so cool because they were the one to create our fortress's first artifact. So, Sarvesh, you are now one ponytail of GraveGate. And looks like we are in the middle of an ad break here, so I'm gonna pause so that nobody misses any content. Feel free to get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, do whatever it is that you need to do. I'll be right back. And to answer your question, Soda Pop, I'm doing well. Just really kind of tired after a depression spell. One sec.
Is the plan evil?
In the case of nuclear or
To
radio...
your question, Soda Pop, I'm doing okay. Yeah, recovering from, little depression spike that I had yesterday. But, yeah, mostly good. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Unfortunate news, your attempt to upscale your frieze design ended up looking like a codpiece. Fortunate news, you aborted the experiment and turned up the end, so now it's a funny sombrero. Part of the creative process is making the best of the situation that you find yourself in. Much like Dwarf Fortress. Like right now, we have barely found any kind of metals. The only thing that we've found is iron, We've also found jet and conglomerate and, like, several gems. So we're really just kind of making the best of the materials that we have. Right now we have 36 people living in this fortress. That means they're going to need accommodations. Some of them are just going to be renting rooms at the tavern. And that reminds me, these tiny little places are basically what I like to call drunk shelves. Basically, anybody who's staying overnight, or, you know, for just as a guest, can, you know, pop their head down when they've come to visit the Cake of Corridors. They can go in, they can have a sleep without feeling embarrassed about passing out on the floor, and then they can keep going about their lives. Thank you, Starfire. Appreciate it. You made a splash? How so? Okay, more beds. Meanwhile, like I said before, this area here, these are going to be some guilds. Looks like Aurelia has already taken that iron crossbow and has a quiver. She has yet to actually go annoyed after sleeping in the grass. I didn't make you go sleeping in the grass, though. Do you not have a room? Okay, yeah, you've got a room. Like, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, more migrants already? A bone carver, an animal trainer, and a competent miner at that. Okay, yeah, we should definitely, yeah, get that guy a pick. You're in an LGBTQIA Warhammer group. Someone's talking about needing a 40k romance novel. I mean, honestly, yeah, the Caiaphas Cain books have some, you know, implied romance. You know, like it is heavily, you know, they do talk about like the dating that goes on between Amberly and Cain. We could do with some like steamy, grimdark romance. Okay, we've got a trapper here. Trapper, I hardly knew her. An animal caretaker who's also a trainer, thresher, trapper, a lot of skills. A peasant. Found a cool name? Yeah. What are you gonna call the tiger? Okay, we've got a fisher, dwarf, and gem setter. Oh, and this one's a cook. So we will name this one Fornea of GraveGate, because last time she said she wanted to be the cook. Call them Parminda. It's a unisex Sikh name and it means God of the Gods. What a name, God of the Gods. Alright. Parminda. Alright. We're probably not going to use him for war very soon because we want someone to we want one of those to basically be the original tiger, you know? Okay. We're going to start doing some smaller rooms here. Because dwarves don't really need a full, like, 4x4. Sometimes a 3x3 is all you need. And it will allow us to have more accommodations in one space. We really are just shooting up as a settlement, aren't we? Yeah, that's a hell of a name. God of the Gods. Yeah, one thing I've learned as well is basically not to put tables and chairs in dwarves' rooms, because that encourages them to eat in their room, and if they're eating in their room, they're not eating with friends. And if they're not eating with if they're not eating with friends, they get lonely. So if we give them, tables and chairs in the tavern, it encourages them to come on out and socialize. Did Stringstorm have to be like he is? What do you mean? Okay, here we go. I don't know what you mean. Mias, why have you taken this as your room? This is not meant to be your room. Why are you renting a room here when you could just as easily have one of these really nice rooms? You hopeless bottom. Okay, I'm gonna reassign Mias. Do I know who strings? The name does not ring a bell. Alright, let's make all these into bedrooms properly. So that people will start taking them. Because those drunk shelves are not meant for our dwarves. Thank you, Soda Pop. I appreciate that. It happens, and, it does happen, has happened previously, will happen again. The important thing is how we deal with it, Oh, I did not know that. I'm so sorry. God, really, it's awful when, you wanna just like listen to music that you enjoy, and then it turns out that the person that you're enjoying the music of is a terrible person. Because it's rough, All right, we're gonna add in some more masons here. Because I want more furniture, and I want it now. Honestly, I feel like with the classical stuff, sure, most of those people were probably pieces of shit as well, but it's far back enough that we do not the people that we might patronize that were like slave owners or whatever. The people that were slave owners or warmongers or like weird about like children or whatever, all of them are dead, None of them will see any profit off of us buying a classical album, Okay, these badges are showing us like trained, but we are gonna butcher them up anyway. What do we have for ammunition? Okay. Now, how do we... okay, in this particular version of the game, how do we set aside ammunition for hunting? Michelangelo also fucked himself to death. If there's one way... If you're gonna die some way, then it should be, fucking yourself to death. But yeah, I've not had to use something with ammunition in for a long ass time. So, like, does anybody remember how to assign ammunition to hunters? Hello, Ari. How you doing? Okay. Dwarves with the hunting labor enabled automatically use the ambusher skill while hunting outside of the fortress. Okay, in that case, let's go with Aurelia here. Labor. Okay, she's got hunting enabled. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna disband her squad. So that way she doesn't have to worry about hunting, and she can just focus on other stuff. And just meh. I'm sorry to hear that. Finished up some work. That was satisfying. Okay, only do designated tasks. So I want her hunting. So once she's done with that cabinet, if there's any wildlife out there that she can hunt, she should go hunting. Look! One of them finally...
Says trans rights.
We finally saw one. It's a woolly mason bee. Those things can make wool. You know, we can gently shear off some of their woolly fuzz and make it into
damn it.
and make it into yarn and such. Okay. We really need to do something about the caves here. Because just leaving them open like this is a liability. Notice something in the city? What did you notice?
Pronouns!
You notice pronouns? I know that wasn't you. Okay, let's get those stairs put in place. Let's see, we do not have a palm in this fortress, so if you want one, feel free to sign up. We've got so many badges here. I wonder, is nature mad at us? Not yet. With the rate that we're cutting down trees, it's only a matter of time. A lot of natives are smokers, and so at the city you don't have money but a cigarette, they would take it as well. Huh. You know, that's interesting to know. I guess one of the things about, you know, this is something I can only really speculate, since it's not really my culture. I don't really have a place to necessarily comment on it, but I guess when you do have, like, when you're working with being on a reservation and being boxed in to a certain extent, there's certain economies that you end up becoming part of, and one of them is, you know, growing the, you know, local produce. Discovered an expansive cavern deep underground. Okay, but you're supposed to zoom in on it. Where is that cavern? All right, Tibbs. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. We gotta build a set of stairs up here. Okay. Unless. Okay, yeah, there is an empty space there. All right, we build up here. Looks like we found other things like chert and mudstone. Alright, our dwarves have access to the caverns again. I'm gonna be grabbing a whole bunch of stuff from down here. In this case, it looks like a cave spider for some reason. A dead cave spider. We're tanning some hides. Done studying? Excellent. Well done. Alright, we're going to designate all of this for dumping. Yeah, it also makes sense that it would be used in you know, cultural stuff that, honestly, I have no, I honestly really have no idea about, so, you know, I just, I'm not gonna comment on that because I know nothing about it. I would love to know more, but I'm not the I definitely am not the kind of person who makes comment on something unless I know about it. Oh no, the bee is fighting us. Yeah, I would be like, if you were willing to teach me, then I would be all too happy to learn. Alright, cool. Okay, we're making pots, we're making barrels. Oh, you know what else we need? We need bins. Lots of them. It's on a aesthetic of the Cree people in Canada. Yeah, I know even less about like native Canadians than I do about yeah, I know less about native Canadians than I do about Native Americans. That said, once again, would love to know more. The main thing that I know is how awfully they were treated. Oh shit, look at all that. That is a lot of magnetite. And limestone. Okay, limestone is a type of flux. Hello, Lamara. How you doing?
Oh,
Okay.
whoa. It's a raid.
Hello, Aria. Thank you so much for the raid. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked. And today, we are playing some Dwarf Fortress because we are, yeah, we were going to have other things happen today, but, you know, the people voted on Dwarf Fortress. What are we streaming tonight, Aria? Okay, limestone is a flux stone, so that is very useful for us. Because if you don't know, flux stone is a component in steel. Which means that all the iron that we have, we can finally start upgrading that to steel. Ooh, what is fantasy life? Tell me more. 3DS game that's getting a Switch entry to the IP next year. Oh, cool. So yeah, just like going back and seeing like what was this game like, so that you can be up to date on what it's gonna be like in the future. I like that. I have skills like fishing and tailoring with the materials you get from combat and gathering. I love games where you can make good use out of the things that you kill. In fact, I would love to do like a D&D adventure, or something, maybe something other than D&D, but still, like some sort of adventure where kind of like Delicious in Dungeon, or Dungeon Meshi, to use its Japanese name. Just something where you can cook up the different animals that you kill. Alright, where is Aurelia? Aurelia is currently listening to a story. This co-op sometime. Oh, that would be really cool. Just have a couple of people go in and just play together. I love that. Hey, anyone from Aria's stream, if you're still here, if you need to get up and stretch your legs, if you need to head out for whatever reason, I totally get it. Streaming is something that takes a lot out of you, and we all have places to be and things that we need to do. So yeah, if you need to head out, thank you for being here. Otherwise, I hope you get company. Alright, so something else that we're going to do is grind some bones into powder. We don't need bone powder quite as much now that we have access to flux stone. But it's definitely something that will help us out. Alright, we've got a few wheelbarrows ready here now. We're going to make a few more. Wooden wheelbarrow. So the dwarves are using wheelbarrows to bring some of that limestone all the way up here, so that we can take advantage of where it is and just pound it all into steel. We'll have one forge making pig iron and one forge making steel. We can use the bone powder, and we can also use the flux stone. I was really worried that we wouldn't have a source of flux stone to make steel, but this definitely evens up our odds. Expansive cavern, okay. Oh, okay. Another layer of caverns. Fantastic. Okay, cool. Okay, we badly need some more doors. Yeah, this is very useful. Okay, we're gonna make sure that no hole gets put in the caverns that way, and we're gonna start carving out some big old chunks of limestone. We've got some gems over here too, and access to some really interesting fungus trees. Now that we have access to the caverns, you know what else that gives us access to? Forgotten beasts. Alright, we're going to put a stockpile for corpses here as well, just to kind of get them out of the way. Dumbass bird person ended up getting caught up here. We're gonna start putting jet blocks around this entrance to the tavern, to the entrance to the fortress. Not again. You have one more. Okay. You know what we could use here? We've got a Craftsdwarf workshop here. Is there any instruments we can make? Real shame if you did it again. Oh hey, creepy crawlers. I guess some of those have come up from the caverns. Carve horn into instrument? Sure. We could use some horns, like other sorts of instruments here too. We've got plenty of stuff to make out of bone as well. Thank you, Lucy. We have bone keyboard, bone lute frets, bone marimba mallets. Just gonna get together all the different instrument pieces, and eventually we'll have something that we can use to make big instruments. It's a lot of work making sure that your dwarves have all sorts of stuff ready, and that various needs are met. I categorize that as a horn. I'd say that's more of a wind instrument of sorts. Now, some people may say it's not dwarvenly to make things out of wood when you can make them out of rock, but I say making things out of wood pisses off the elves. And is that not... like, what is more dwarven than that? Ooh, okay. We've got honey ready. Okay. I think we don't have a screw press down here. We can make one. I thought it was here in farming somewhere. Ah, there it is. Make a couple. You have 2,000 points. I mean, you could save those for other things, but if you want to make them, if you want to do other things with them, who am I to stop you? You know, as long as you're not going over the top with them, you know, it's all in good fun. Ah, no, why would you make furniture out of limestone? Okay, we're making a bunch of pig iron now. And we'll make a bunch of steel, too. But yeah, like, what is more dwarven than making things, making stuff out of materials that would piss off the elves? Okay, wooden chest. Besides, this fortress has several accomplished carpenters. In elven society, they would probably be called things like butchers. And that's metal as hell. An elk woman carpenter mausoleum ghoul. I'm pretty sure she's been here before. Isaac Burbally. Okay, yeah, she's definitely been here before. Makes me wonder why she keeps returning. Got a lot of stuff to make jet from, so we'd better start bringing it out. Wait, why is it getting stuck there? That's not where I wanted it. Okay, garbage dump. Pop it there. Guess Necrofort is the best vacay spot? Pretty much. Alright, we're just gonna delete these things because we did not intend for them to be there. Typically, I'm trying to refrain from using too many console commands, but I just want to clean that up. Tell you your fortune? Alright then, let's see. Great Zoltar, what fortune is in place for policy of madness? Oh hey, another Mason has been possessed. Damn, we're going through artifacts really, just like a whole bunch of them. Thank you, Ash, for making me say, pee-pee poo-poo, I sniff cheese. What the fuck is wrong with you sometimes? Alright. Pom, your fortune is, you have been feeling stuck lately, like the place you are currently living is not right for you. Before you make a bold decision, reflect on your state of mind. You cannot depend on your surroundings to make you happy. Only you have that power. Remember, if you are not happy with yourself now, taking your sadness elsewhere often does not solve the problem at hand. Plan 2 adventurous things to do in your city this month. You will discover an inspiring sense of community and connection that you didn't know existed. Your lucky numbers are 35, 10, 31, 2, 40, and 32. Oh, okay, looks like Nish has claimed a stoneworker's workshop. Cool. Grabbing a bunch of limestone. You're welcome, Pom. Rainrot ideas. Yep, sounds about right. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's add a work detail. Not woodworking. Hunting. But, like, just hunting. No, like, okay, but how do I do... Okay, fine, yeah, we'll add hunting. Aurelia's gonna be part of it. So hopefully... Okay, Moody Dwarf is working. That was quick. They've got limestone, more limestone, and pink tourmalines. Okay, Aurelia is currently listening to poetry. I want them to go out and hunt. The A, the D, and the H are all separate entities in ADHD. It's true. Alright, so this place here, we're gonna have some good wooden furniture in it. Some tables, wooden chairs, wooden weapon racks. Because this is going to be our Rangers Guild. A Rangers Guild will help people learn the art of stealth. But what about the double Ds? We love the double Ds. Unless we don't. And that's fine and valid too. Alright, what about the... Okay, we've got stonecutters here. Everybody does that. What about masonry? Okay. I want a core of skilled masons. And have them be the only ones that work on masonry specifically. They're on your chest. Yeah, I wish. I fucking wish. One day. Alright, let's get that hematite smelted up as well. Iron and steel. Ooh. Nish, the mason, has created Ninur Aikal Othor Landlar, a conglomerate table. He offers it to the Pale Jesters. That's us. Okay, the name translates to... okay, so the coffin translates to Rot Blunts, the requirement of lessening. And this one is Escort Healer, the Erasure of Birds. This is a conglomerate table. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with rectangular limestone cabochons and encircled with bands of round conglomerate cabochons and oval limestone cabochons. This object menaces with spikes of pink tourmaline. It's true, birds aren't real, they are government drones. Clearly this dwarf works for Alex Jones. Alright, let's get all of these done. How's necromancy going? Embrace the bar. Well, we're currently working on getting the skills that we need to steal the book. Yeah, I just saw that one. Yeah, I would love for consequences to happen to Alex Jones, you know, within his lifetime. That'd be great, you know. I remember seeing, like, I remember going over that video, and when the verdict went out, he was like, "I killed the kids, everybody," like, sarcastically. It's like, no one is saying you killed them. They're saying that you made a bunch of money off of spreading lies and making those people, the victims' lives, a living hell. Fuck you. Okay. Let's get smoothing out this stone as well. And up here, we're going to have a couple of things. You know what? None of the dwarves seem to actually do anything unless I make it priority 1. Yeah, first order is to be first point of order is we're working on getting Aurelia trained up as a hunter. Right now she's not hunting, even though, like, I specifically have asked her to, you know, I've assigned her the only labor of, like, going hunting. Maybe there's just nothing to hunt. There's some ravens and, like, a woolly mason bee. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's just nothing that we can hunt right now. Oh, hey, we caged the bee. Okay, cool. Let's get that bee trained up. My God,
Trans rights, fuck turfs.
What's going on with all of this vermin here. Ah, more jet. Let's go. Yeah, the first step is to get Aurelia trained up as a hunter. The reason we want her trained up as a hunter is because the ambusher skill is really useful for going out on raids and stealing things. And the only way that we're going to get that necromancer tome is either to assault the tower with a whole bunch of force and take it, or we either take it by force with just a massive set of overwhelming military, or we have someone sneak in and take it. Necromancers could call themselves bodybuilders. I think they call themselves very late game healers. Okay, looks like it is autumn time, which means that we have been here for 2 years. When the outpost liaison makes their way here, I'm definitely going to have to ask them for silver, because I've not seen any silver yet. But if we're going to be fighting the undead, I'm going to want a squad of dwarves that have silver weapons. Something that we can use to absolutely pulverize any corpses, because silver makes for the best blunt weapons. And if you want to make sure that a zombie doesn't get back up again, you've got to pulverize the corpse. Alright, some more statues out here. Okay, another person is now officially doing mining stuff. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to ask the mountain home for silver and also for coal. It's very important that we get additional fuel. So right now we are just working with the bituminous coal that we brought with us. Ooh, okay. We need jugs. We need to put in a work order for jugs. Okay, so rock jugs, wooden jugs, they'll all work. Because we've started to build up some honey, and that will allow us to make mead. Okay, we've got plenty of bolts. Let's start making some bone crafts and decorating things with bone. So we have plenty of stuff that we can use that we can decorate with bone. If we're going to be a necromancer's fort, then we absolutely should start to make things out of bone. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of, like, garbage there. Now we just need someone to pull this lever. Insert joke about, Kronk pull the lever, wrong lever here. Okay, so we pull the lever, the bridge slams shut, the junk is just absolutely erased from the game. Alright, so with all of the wood stuff that we're busy making, should cut down a few more trees. We're gonna put a... This here is gonna be an enclosure for the woolly mason bee. It's gonna make sure the bee can't get out, and we'll pop it in there to train. Alright, we'll make some nice wooden tables over here. Nice little row of benches here that our people can get around and eat. Because this is going to be the site of our Rangers Guild. When our dwarves are not out training, like learning how to hunt, then they should have somewhere where they can learn those skills. So Aurelia is going to be head of the... apparently she is currently reciting poetry. Good for her. Uh-oh. Fema Thelia Renifi, the ghostly masked lovebird woman swordswoman, has risen and is haunting the fortress. Well, shit. That is not something that I had been planning on. Alright. We're gonna dig out an area, like, up here by the... near the beginning of the fortress. We can start working on... It's like a nice little cemetery here. We cannot necessarily grab the body, but what we can do is we can make a slab. How wordy are the ghosts? Like, bruh, can't you just be like Casper? It's like, you haven't buried me. Ooh. It's like, come on, we're busy. You don't even necessarily belong in the fortress. You know, like you were a guest here. Sure, let's send them some prepared meals too. Give them some various crafts and things. And we'll give them all of the wooden armor that the bird people kept bringing. These wooden swords. See, that's why he got his ass kicked by a giant cave toad. Because he didn't know how to bring a real weapon to this fight. Didn't know how to wear real armor either. Very disappointing. If those bird people ever become full-time citizens and we make them full-time fighters, we're gonna have to custom make some proper armor, proper weapons, you know? Hello, Sid. How you doing today? Oh, thank you, Soda Pop. I appreciate that. I'm very much looking forward to it. Thank you very much. How you doing tonight? Wants to join the Holy Church of Carnivorous Plants? Is it run by Audrey too? Alright, let's see what the people of the mountain home have to say. A lot of running around today. Ooh, nice. It's important to exercise. I've been hitting the elliptical myself. Oh, hello, Lady Marihat. Cat is so cute. Yeah, this is Zelda. She's dumb of ass, but she is very cute. She's lucky that she's cute because yeah, in her head is just a bunch of air and fluff. But hey, welcome in. It is good to meet you. My name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. How did you find the channel, if you don't mind my asking? Let's see. I'm your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. World is the same as ever. Okay. We need silver. And we definitely also need... Let's see. There is stone here. Just ask for coke as well. Let's ask for bituminous coal. Let's ask for some, let's ask for some, what is it? Oh, what is that ore that is... Galena. Let's see if we can ask for some galena. We'll make our own silver, you know? Did we finish Lisa? We did not. We moved things over, you know, because we did some Lisa on Monday. So I asked everybody if they wanted to continue with Lisa tonight, and people would prefer that we did Dwarf Fortress tonight because Friday is the charity stream. So we could use some seeds. Looking at CDDA streamers, then Dwarf Fortress. Oh well, hey, I'm glad that the algorithm is working as intended. So this is the Fortress of Mondul Einod, or GraveGate. We're building up our own Necromancer Tower. We have a basic wooden palisade right now, but we are going to be making it out of jet. And yeah, as far as I know, Zelda is a Siamese tabby mix. Yeah, we love Dwarf Time. I do my best to make sure that our lovely comrades have at least one Dwarf Fortress session a week. Honestly, mutts, you know, quote unquote mutts, are honestly better than your pure breeds because you get all the different diverse, you know, bloodlines. You mix them together, you get a lot more resilience to diseases and such. If you keep selectively inbreeding your cats and dogs, then they just end up with all sorts of genetic defects. Okay, we no longer need the chalk or the dolomite, but we'll buy it anyway because it's cheap. Bituminous coal? Hell yeah. Unicorns are expensive. Okay, okay. Let's see what we can get. And they spread throughout the Atlant. Let's see. Showed that orange cats were discovered and bred in Egypt. I did not know that. That's really cool. Love to see it. Yes, in fact, because there is no dwarven word for unicorn, from what I know. In fact, let's double check. Unicorn. Yeah, there is no dwarven word for unicorn, and so the closest translation that if I were a dwarf, typically dwarves name creatures after like practical applications. They're very like literal in their descriptions. So horn and horse, you add those two things together. The dwarven word for horn is sheget. The dwarven word for horse is famthud. Therefore, the dwarven word for unicorn would likely be sheget famthud, or horny horse. And because of that, we have actually made a fortress before on stream, and its prime export was unicorns, and we named it sheget famthud. Oh, we have an ad break in progress here, so where has the time gone? Alright. We'll be right back, everybody. So get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, do whatever it is that you need to do, and I'll be right back.
Is the plan you're looking for?
In the case of new...
Okay, everyone. We're back. Alright, so... let's get trading. Don't mind me, just rebooting tits. But yeah, orange cats, have proven to be incredibly popular and also very dumb. But I think we all appreciate them because of, or possibly even, either whether it's because of or in spite of their dumb. Okay, we have enough for one unicorn. I say that we get a female. We're gonna need more females to make sure that we can create more ourselves. I remember one time I had altered the raw files of the game to make it so that unicorns were trainable, and we used them as war animals. If you're wondering whether or not whether or not unicorns are good as war animals, the answer is yes and no. Yes, they are good as war animals in the sense that that they can stab people with the big old spear that they have on their head. But also no in the respect that their pathfinding is not very intelligent. If you send them out on raids, they will simply just I don't know if it's necessarily if it works the exact same anymore, but whenever I've assigned unicorns as war animals before, they've just run back and forth between the exit point and the entrance to the fortress over and over again. Their pathfinding can get them stuck. Any female dwarves right? Oh, you're right. Oh, hey, elk birds. When did they get up from the caverns? I guess I need to work on that. Okay. Where were we? Let's see. I am pretty sure we've had a female dwarf arrive. We've got like 44 dwarves, so we must do. Do you have a preference for a profession, Sid? Because I know you redeemed it last time. We've also got a cardinal woman, like a literal embodied, like an anthropomorphic cardinal. Okay, why has this guy chosen just a random shitty room? Okay, okay. Nish, why? Why? There are so many better places. Here. There are so many rooms available, and so few of them have actually been taken. Okay, now it's just a bunch of performers and other visitors. Oh, what is the tiger fighting? Oh, one of the elk birds went into the tiger's enclosure. Oh, and just like that, more migrants have arrived. Right as I assigned enough rooms to everyone. Alright, dwarves. Come on in. We'll get some rooms made up for you. But you know what? That just means that that's a good sign, you know? The Fortress of GraveGate is, you know, the word is spreading. Yeah, Sid, we do have female dwarves. Do you have a preference as to the type of profession? Your trumpet uncle is whining about having no DoorDash. Maybe he's just racist and no one will deal to him. Or maybe he lives in the type of area where nobody wants to develop restaurants. What are the options? Let me show you. Okay. We've got this miner here. She's married and has 2 lovers. We have another miner, Asmel Paint Stabbed. We've got... Let's see, do we have any carpenters? We've got an 87-year-old carpenter, who's pretty talented at what she does. Okay, yeah, why is he whining about DoorDash when everyone is evacuating from a fucking volcano? Jesus. Okay, we've got a stone cutter. 84 years old. A stone cutter who is 54 years old. We've got a trapper who's 83 years old. We have a furnace operator who's 65 years old. Let's see. A furnace operator who is 74 years old. A gem cutter who is 62 years old. Gem Cutter, who's 77 years old. And then we've got, let's see, this fish worker who's 69 years old. Nice. We've got a human lady consort who's here on monster hunting. We've got a cardinal woman. You know, we've got a wide variety of folks. Yeah, the weather manipulation is like such a stupid conspiracy. Like, if Democrats could control the weather, do you really think they would be like no? You know, do they really think that we would just be targeting like a couple of conservatives in like Florida? It's like the Jewish space laser conspiracy theory. It's like if the Jewish space laser thing was real, there wouldn't be so many fucking Nazis. Hell, there would be no goddamn Nazis. We would just laser them off the face of the earth. What would they do? You know, get mad about it? Besides, if the space lasers really existed, do they really think that, you know, conservatives wouldn't have like tried to find a way to steal them and use them themselves? Like that, like when Marjorie Taylor Greene got into power, you would think that if that was the thing that she really believed was a real thing, then that would have been like the first thing that she would have wanted to do, is like, you know, give me access to the space lasers. Yeah, I like, no matter how awful Trump supporters are, I don't want them to die in a big old tornado, you know? Call me a like filthy liberal if you must, but I don't want my political opponents to die horribly, which makes me better than them because they want that for me. Speaking of conservatives that want us to die horribly, please be sure to check out my my YouTube videos, and if you want to give them a like, I would very much appreciate it, because there's a small core of like awful people who are dedicated to downvoting. What area is the fortress lacking in? That's a good question. We don't have any good mechanics right now, and we do not have a military at all. Cousin's a liberal, he just has bad picks for where to live. Yeah, that sucks for him as far as luck placement is concerned. There we go. Bring in more wood. Smelt more pig iron. Turn it to steel. This dude has plenty of stuff that he could eat, and he's just going to grab raw cat meat? Huh. I guess we don't have any prepared meals, so let's work on that. Occupation-wise, is the fortress good? Let's see. We have a couple of let's Let's see. I'm trying to think of what we might be lacking. Let's see. We don't have any dedicated beekeepers. We don't have anyone who is. We don't have any military. We don't have any performers. Well, we have plenty of performers. We just don't have anyone who is named as a performer. We don't have any hunters specifically. Yeah, we could always use more masons and carpenters. Bees, you say? I do say. We have a fairly decent contingent of bees. Have any more hives? No. Yeah, look at all these hives. Building up with honey. A litter robot? Oh man, yeah, be careful with those. I've heard of cats getting like trapped in those. Take the carpenter, you got it. 41 years old. Was there a 41-year-old carpenter? See, I see an 87-year-old carpenter and a 75-year-old carpenter. I don't see a 41-year-old one though. And we're up to 50 dwarves already. Huh. This masked lovebird man is a performer, but is also joining in smoothing the walls out. That's awesome. Is it a stone cutter? Let's see. Stone cutter. 84. 85. 62. 74. Maybe it was a gem cutter. Okay, that gem cutter is 62. That one's 77. Yeah, I'm not finding any that are that young. Alright, the dwarves in the mountain home are leaving soon. Cool. All good. You know what, yeah. I think we're okay to start having some dwarves do fishing again. I know, I really miss Dwarf Therapist. Huh, this elk bird is just kind of sitting there. Aurelia, why are you not hunting? You are socializing. You should be hunting. Okay. You've got plenty of elk birds that you could be hunting right now. You have a quiver. There's plenty of ammunition. Okay, let's see. 61, 57. Okay, no, I thought maybe that would bring up ages as well, but no. Oh, shit. The were-llama Githa Setshiathus has come. A very large llama twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh. Its eyes glow scarlet. Its sepia hair is long and wavy. Now you will know why you fear the night. Good gods, that thing is terrifying. Okay, you know what? Let's make sure that we're finished up with our trading here. Yeah, goddamn were-llama. What a horrific thought. Okay, here. You honor the key of slaughters with the presentation of unusual dwarf. Yes. Yeah, have the gift. We're very magnanimous. We're trader not needed anymore. Let's see. Let's see, the cardinal woman is 38 years old. A were-wasp's a thing? I don't think so. There's all sorts of other nasty things, but that's not one of them. Let's see, the Lady Monster Slayer is like 59 years old. Fishery workers, 69 years old. Llamas are actually an alien species. You learn this from Star Trek Insurrection. Honestly, that's pretty cool. It really does explain a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not finding a dwarf who's that age, Sid. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, everyone get the fuck inside. Assign everyone to the burrow. Okay, burrow is activated. Let's see just what the hell this were-llama gets up to. Oh, it is tearing the hell out of this poor fishery worker. And they're dead. Were-llama is up in a tree. Just ripped apart a poor bird person. I think the were-llama might be stuck in the tree now. Nope, it is definitely not stuck in the tree. Whoop, there goes another bird person. Yeah, we are just gonna have to... okay, the merchants have left. Oh, there's the caravan. They are going to be fighting this. Yeah, they are fighting the were-llama. Were-llama says, "Death is all around us. This is truly horrifying. You're the one who's doing the death." Okay, the merchant escorts are getting in there. There's a spattering of were-llama blood. Okay, good, good. Looks like they are bashing that thing in the leg and the hand. Okay, there's more were llama blood. Oh geez. Oh no, the merchant. The merchant is heavily wounded. Okay, they are beating this thing to death. We are... Oh shit. Merchants are being found dead. The escort... Oh, whoa. Okay. Okay, so the merchants got torn to shreds. But then he turned back into a human and stepped in a cage trap. Like an idiot. Yeah, I will fully agree I lucked out on that one. That's about as good a set of circumstances as I could have got. I was about to lock the door. But you know what? Glad I didn't have to. To shreds, you say? Save my game? I will. Everyone who got injured is dead. So, yeah, I don't think I need to necessarily worry too much. You know, sure, it's terrible that everybody involved is dead, but you know what? I'm glad that we captured him. And also the fact that everybody who attacked is dead is, you know, that ensures that no one else becomes a were-llama. Alright, have a good night then, Freya. I appreciate you being here. And thank you once again for subbing as long as you have. Okay. So, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna pick a stonecutter for Sid. This one here is 54 years old. You are now Sid Naystay of GraveGate. Let's see, her hair is extremely sparse, her very long beard is neatly combed, her very long sideburns are neatly combed, her very long mustache is neatly combed, her very long hair is arranged in double braids, her teeth are gapped, her somewhat splayed out ears are extremely tall, her nose is narrow, her lips are thin, her somewhat narrow amethyst eyes have thin irises, her hair is mahogany, and her skin is burnt umber. She has a great affinity for language, a great kinesthetic sense, and a natural ability with music, but has an iffy memory, poor focus, very bad analytical abilities, large deficit of willpower, poor ability to manage social relationships, and little patience. She is often sad and dejected, enjoys the company of others, is quite ambitious, is brave in the face of imminent danger, likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract, tends to be a little tight with resources when working on projects, pleased by her own appearance, doesn't mind wearing something special now and again, tends to be passive in discussions, is slow to anger, can handle stress, and occasionally overindulgent. Personally sees guile and cunning as indirect and somewhat worthless, and does not care about family one way or another, and dreams of crafting a masterwork. She likes nice, steel, grey chalcedony, I don't know how to pronounce that, tea wood, clear glass, giant eagle leather, jackal bone, gems, bags, geese for their formation flying, and the words of the embraced lutes. When possible, she prefers to consume brown bullhead, sandpear cider, and hard wheat flour. Absolutely detests roaches. Alright. You picked one of the drunk shelves.
Oh,
Let's get you a proper
it's
room.
A raid.
Brassica, thank you so much for the raid. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked. And tonight is Dwarf Fortress night because Friday is going to be our charity stream. Smooching Princess Peach raid. We love Smooching Princess Peach.
Thank you for patronizing the cocktail lounge. Enjoy your stay.
Deripe, thank you very much for the follow. I should throw a flaming bottle of love through the windows of your heart. Thank you for being follower number 1493. Yeah. Hi Lou, how you doing? Yeet, indeed. But yeah, how was let's see. How was Princess Peach Showtime? Is that a new game? Oh, it looks like the full moon has passed, and the were llama that just attacked us is now turned into a human. Yes, we just got attacked by a were llama. If you're wondering what a were llama is, it's like a werewolf, except instead of turning into a giant wolf, you turn into a giant llama that's crazed for blood and flesh. Came out several months ago. Hey, I had not heard a whole lot about it. Have you been enjoying it so far? So yeah, this is the...
.wav.
And now you know the difference between those two sounds. So yeah, this is our tavern. We've got a whole lot of peasants here, a whole lot of dwarves. We've got some elves who have come to visit, some humans, a couple of cardinal and masked lovebird people. There's Peach and dress up in fun outfits to take on levels that are styled in different sorts of adventures. Nice. The last Princess Peach game that I remember is let's see, there was the one that basically had her showing, like, unlocking different superpowers by her emotions. And, like, as much as it, you know, I don't know if it's like I don't know if that's like a harmful stereotype or if that was empowering, because I feel like it's important to show emotions. And I thought it was cool that they tied the different emotions to the elements. I have heard people make the case either way as to whether or not that was a good representation or bad. Yeah, we're making a whole bunch of extra rooms because our population count here is up to 49 dwarves. We did have 50, and then the were llama attack happened. Everything changed when the were llama attacked. Yeah, this fortress has the aim of becoming a necromancer tower, and so we are preparing our dwarves here to make an attack on a nearby tower that we know has a book that contains the secrets of life and death. But to do that, we want to make sure they are ready, that they have a particular set of skills that will allow them to get in there, steal the book, and get out. Oh, thank you, Archangel. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's Zelda. She is my kitty, and she's lucky that she's pretty. Okay, so this is going to be a ranger hall. And its name is the Mahogany Drums. So, anyone who's a ranger, anyone who has any hunting skills, can come and attend at the ranger hall. They can also teach other dwarves the skills that they need to become a ranger. In fact, we're going to make a stockpile in there for ammunition. Just in case they want to learn how to hunt up there. Probably want one up here, too. Yeah, it's, I really appreciate your raiding. If any of you need to head off, then I totally understand. Otherwise, feel free to get comfy and enjoy the show. if you have any questions about the game, such as, you know, why, how, what the hell is going on, you know, please don't hesitate to ask. I've been playing this game for a long time, and I love hearing questions. Got plenty of silk from the spiders down in the caverns, so we should start expanding our clothing sector. Okay, this consort here. She sure, she is equipped for war with her bronze armor, but she also has an amulet on her head made of human bone. That's interesting. Also somewhat disturbing. But hey, maybe she's exactly the kind of murderous person that we need in the fortress. All right. Yes. Actually, I'm not sure if refreshing the browser is needed anymore, but feel free to go ahead and do it. And also, thank you so much for being here. Regarding raids and such, don't forget, your raid numbers now count towards numbers necessary to see whether or not someone hits partner. I don't have any illusions necessarily that I will ever make partner, but you know, it's something to strive for. Oh, we are being swamped down here by naked mole dogs.
Trans rights, darling.
Absolutely, trans femme. Okay. Gonna dig out more of this jet, because jet is the type of that's the type of stone that we really need to get this tower going. I want to make it out of jet so that it's a cool black spire thrust up into the sky. Very cool and popular. Hey, I don't know if I'm necessarily either of those things, but I appreciate you saying it. I'm determined to give it I'm gonna give it my shot, you know? Name one of the masons Bob the Builder, if I must. There we go. Redeem queue has been... Oh, that's why there was a bunch of things thrown at me. Thank you. Interrupted by naked mole dog. Okay, okay. We've got a whole bunch of naked mole dogs and elk birds that have been attacked as well. Let's see. Lenny Dwarf is currently storing an item in a barrel, and now he is watching a dance. Alright, trans femme. Do you have a preference on a dwarf? Name a kitty after you? Very well. Let's see. This one here is 7 years old. Has recently given birth to triplets. Okay. Trans femme the kitty. Let's take a look at her. Extremely agile and strong, but also flimsy. She is short and muscular, her hair is beige, her ears are chestnut, her tail is buff, her head is tan, her front paws are beige, her rear paws are chocolate, her skin is dark brown, and her eyes are tan. What a cutie. Hopefully she's been doing a good job of devouring all these creepy crawlers. Ooh, okay. Seal this. We've got a bunch of wax cakes. You know what those are used for? We can use those to craft into jewelry. That's something that we very rarely get to do. Oh, Braska, would you like a dwarf named after you? I would be happy to. Do you have a love naming? I love that it's part of what gets everybody invested in Dwarf Fortress. Let's see. Do you have a preference for a type of dwarf? We've got miners, carpenters, stonecutters, masons. We've got a trapper. We've got an animal caretaker, furnace operators. We've got gem cutters, crafts dwarves. We've got peasants. We've got the monster hunter, human. We've got a cardinal woman who is here as a bard. Yeah, transform named a kitty. Yeah. The monster hunter. All right. So, Hiwan Ituera, you are now Brassica. Let's take a look at her, shall we? A medium-sized creature prone to great ambition. Quick to heal, but she's clumsy and quite susceptible to disease. Her crinkly, straight hair is extremely long. She is very skinny, has a broad, round chin. Her ears have nearly fused lobes. Her slightly thin-irised brass eyes are somewhat protruding. Her head is somewhat narrow. Her hair is grey mixed with amber. Her skin is dark peach. Is this? Okay, no, that is not part of the. Okay, we're gonna go back up to the top here. She is greatly. She has a way with words, but meager ability with social relationships. She's greatly pleased by her own looks and accomplishments. Likes to present herself boldly, even if it would offend an average sense of modesty. She can sometimes act without deliberation. Doesn't seek out excitement. Could be considered.
Hey, just so you know, I'm gonna go lurk now.
Okay, thanks for lurking, Braska. Have a good rest of your night. She finds helping others emotionally rewarding, though she wishes this were not the case as she considers altruism foolish. She tends to share her own experiences and thoughts with others, tends to avoid crowds, is slow to anger, is somewhat quarrelsome, and she's bothered by this and she values friendship. Tends to be stubborn in changing her mind. Her voice is very quiet when she's nervous. When she gets excited, she often tells stories without any real point. Like others in her culture, she finds sacrifice to be the height of folly, thinks there's something deeply wrong with people that persevere through adversity, think the quest for knowledge is a delusional fantasy, values tranquility and a peaceful day, sees introspection as important, finds those that develop skills with weapons and fighting distasteful, thinks friendship is important, finds romance distasteful, finds eloquence and artful speech off-putting, values family, respects fair dealing and fair play, respects the development of skill, values self-control, finds leisure time wasteful, considers craftsmanship to be relatively worthless, values loyalty, but finds blind honesty foolish, values hard work and sees competition as wasteful and silly. She personally cannot fathom why anyone would want to live in an orderly and harmonious society, and finds artwork boring. She likes pericles, zinc, green diamond, goat hoof, hemp paper, gauntlets, grates, crutches, llamas for their wool, pelleted gibbons for their white head rings, words of the reign of leading, and the sight of the sweet silks. When possible, she prefers to consume fox, passion fruit wine, and teff flower. absolutely detests blood gnats. Welcome to the fortress, Brassica. Let's see, a farmer or crafts dwarf. Let's see. This one here. She's got a pet jabberer. You know what? That's a perfect dwarf to have as transfem. You are transfem of GraveGate. Incredibly quick to heal and agile, but very quick to tire. Has a long braided beard, sideburns neatly combed, very long mustache neatly combed, hair is clean shaven, has high cheekbones, nose is extremely narrow, teeth are gapped, tall splayed out ears are extremely narrow, slightly protruding narrow turquoise eyes with thin irises, her lips are thin, hair is dark brown, skin is burnt umber. Great musical sense and good kinesthetic sense, but bad intuition and poor focus. She can be very happy and optimistic, tends to ask others for help, tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects, is grateful when others help out and tries to return the favor, tends not to reveal personal information, tends to make a small mess with her own possessions, enjoys the company of others, doesn't mind wearing something special, feels envious of others, doesn't go out of her way to help others. Personally respects the shrewd and guileful, has a great deal of respect for worthy craftsdwarfship, sees perseverance in the face of adversity as bullheaded and foolish, and sees competition as reasonably important, dreams of crafting a great work of art. She likes pudding stone, silver, chrysoprase, spider monkey bone, sheep wool, giant grey squirrel parchment, earrings, pigs for their snorts, and the word of the cloudy forests. When possible, prefers to consume white-headed gibbon, brown bullhead, pineapple wine, and tefflower. Welcome to the fortress, transfem. Why do you have no room? There are plenty of rooms. Sometimes you just gotta go through and start assigning people yourself. Or else they'll just take a tiny little drunk shelf. There we go. You hear about pickled duck feet after saying likes pigs for their snorts. Perfect. Oh, looks like your pet jabber is fighting the elk bird. Okay, what is Archangel doing then? Archangel is currently storing an item in a barrel. Looks like they're trying to get through the crowd. But what item are they storing? Oh, okay, now they're listening to a story. But who is telling a story? It looks like Mistem, the furnace operator, is telling a story about the dwarf Zuntir Air Mirror and how they became a sacred festival of the Goldenrod cult. Yeah, that elk bird is just kind of wandering around. You know what? Let's get together a posse. Oysters of Wilt. Okay, let's just get a bunch of dwarves here that know how to fight. And we're just gonna go punch that elk bird. Yeah, priest names are just absolutely wild. Like, yeah, there'll be something like a holy breakfast or whatever. Yes, you had better run. Nyong. Punt, punt, punt. The holy shoe. Looks like it's panicking. Yep. Dead. Okay, good job, everybody. Holy bread. Meanwhile, Transfam is like, holy bread, oh whoa. Oh, we've got the burrow on still. Okay, that's why no one's doing anything. That's why everyone's out here socializing when there's work to be done. Okay, yeah. Go eat, go drink. Found your pickle, ate the pickle, good. Found a treat. You are a treat. Ooh, you know what? We've got a pair of pet jabberers in the fortress. We should just put them in the same place together. Oh wait, those are both male, so it wouldn't matter. Oh, you know what they say, you can't have your pickle and eat it too. The disloyalty of dirt. A performance troupe has visited. Oh, we've got so many performance troops now. Alright, we got a lot of stuff to be doing. Luckily, we have a lot of people who are ready to help. Huh. You know what? I love that this cardinal woman is helping out. She's making steel. And even this goblin performer is helping out with the smelting. Making jet blocks. It's great to see so many people coming together to help out in the fortress. How many socks was she wearing? What, the goblin? Let's see. Okay, she's wearing 2 socks and 2 shoes. Okay. Performance called the Naked Strifes, and they were somehow, yeah. A lot of performers do end up being naked, and I love that that's just a coincidence. Oh, the Cardinal Lady. Okay, let's see. She's got socks and sandals. Oh, she's British. Okay. That's a little weird for a Cardinal Lady. That's funny, and I can say that because I am British. Okay, you know what? No, we've got enough performers right now. Dwarf Liemaker Pale Corpse is back. Okay. Just coming through on a mission, I guess. I pitched steel making as a tourist treat. No, she just decided to start helping out and making it, yeah, I guess. Oh, Lenny is back to fishing now that I've allowed them to do it again. They're getting completely covered in water, I guess because they just, people have People have wondered exactly how a dwarf fishes. I assume that, because they have a beard, they just like dip their face in and they use the beard as like a fishing rod, like a lure, and then just like dive their hand in. Looks like they've got several raw shad here and some mussels. The trampled artifacts. I love that so many people wish to reside here, but we've also got to kind of slow down on that. We've got plenty of drinks, but also we're running out of rooms. We want some of the people who are here already to start pulling their weight and joining as citizens. Money being covered in water is correct? Yeah, it makes perfect sense. We've already built a wall, and it is made out of wood, so I guess the elves did pay for it. Ice heel and wrestling could mean salmon slamming suplex seats. What a set of words. Oh, we need to get that unicorn out of the cage. Okay, yeah, we got a male and a female. Let's add them to the list. Okay, looks like there is now an official guild hall of the Rangers. Well, looks like we're also in the middle of an ad break, so let's we're gonna take a sec to step away here. So I will be right back.
Is the plan for?
In the case of nuclear or radiological fallout, people living around potential targets such as military bases and chemical plants may be advised to evacuate. Protection from radioactive fallout will require taking shelter in an underground area or in the middle of a large building. Fallout shelters can be any protected space where the walls and roof are thick and dense enough to absorb radiation. The more distance and time you put between you and the fallout particles, the better. After radiological or nuclear fallout, you shouldn't leave your shelter until officials say so. The length of your stay can range from a day or 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the extent of the contamination. People who are allowed to come out of hiding may be evacuated.
we're back. Stopped building walls out of wood ever since the fire-breathing Titan incident. Yep, totally understandable. Okay, what the hell is going on? Specifically quit out of tits so that it would, okay. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I totally get why you would not want to, why you wouldn't want to make them out of wood anymore. Let's see. Oh, hey. The Crafts Dwarves now want a Crafts Dwarf guild hall. You know what? We just so happen to have a an area where you can occupy. I also want the other place to be. I want the other hall to be for smithing. One thing that I've seen recommended on like Dwarf Fortress Discords and the like is to have a metalsmith guild hall, and then what you want to do is burrow children inside of it. Because more often than not, it seems like children will end up becoming, getting the strange moods. So you want to make sure that if they have a strange mood, that they've learned a little bit about weaponsmithing, because then they won't default to making a craft like a necklace or something for their artifact. Instead, they will default to the skill that they have and make an artifact weapon. Children are stupid. Yeah, they are absolutely stupid. But you know, I think it's a good idea to try and train them up, you know? You know, give them a little apprenticeship. The gleeful natures have arrived. Okay. I feel like we could use a couple more woodcutters. It's become clear that the amount of woodcutters here are just not enough to fulfill demand. Okay, we're gonna start making sure that some people are trained specifically as weaponsmiths. And also armorsmiths. God, why is everybody why is everyone's sprite doing that? Okay, you are a competent armor smith, but I would also like a couple of people to just apprentice up, you know. Okay, so we'll get everywhere set up. I'm sorry, all of you people, I'm sure you're all fine, but there's just too many. Alright, so one last thing that I want to do before we wrap it up here is get this first layer of the fortress properly done. Hello, extra long socks. How you doing today? Okay, so we've got the door there. The whole area, like the whole layer of this is going to be made of jet. So even if a fire-breathing creature gets through the doors, it won't be able to burn down this layer. Okay, so this is the first part of the tower. Then we are going to cap all of this off with jet, and then this will be the very first. This will be the very first part of the tower. As the world famous party starter. Well, hey, I'm very happy with starting parties right here. And hello, Lacalus Dragon. It's good to see you. I checked out one of your other Dwarf Fortress streams. I love the fact that you started a fortress with kobolds. That's got to be that's got to have its own set of challenges. The main challenge that I'm working through right now is the fact that this militia commander is refusing to hunt anything. Even though they have a quiver, they have a crossbow, their only labor that they've said is hunters. There's plenty of ammunition in the fortress. There's elk birds just wandering wild. They just don't want to actually do anything. They just reskin kobolds? Oh, gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. You know, it's probably difficult to get kobolds to do anything in game, but you know, I love that aesthetic. Children are super easy to manage. Just disable 3 specific chores, and it seems to save their mental health. One thing I was talking about here is basically locking children in a guild hall, like a weaponsmith guild hall, and just allowing them to simply learn. You know, if they learn about smithing, that's kind of my main concern. If a dwarf child goes onto a strange moon, it basically guarantees that most of the time they'll end up with some silly, like, necklace or something. Whereas if you give them some crafts, like if you give them some like metalsmithing skills by learning at the guild, then they'll make a weapon if they get in a strange mood. Disable burial refuse stone chores. Put toys in the... Yeah. That's actually that's a pretty good idea. So much conglomerate here. We got attacked by a were-llama earlier, killed a whole bunch of dwarves, and then stepped in a cage trap, which was hilarious. We've still got it out here, but we really should find a place to put it. Yeah, we'll make this area an animal stockpile. God, soap production really is useful, but you know, only at specific instances. I really need to get on that as well. Looks like dwarves are busy throwing stuff away. Why are they throwing leather down there? I don't remember causing any leather to be designated for dumping. Okay, you know what? When did I that must have been done by accident. Oh well. Just quickly recover that. That's fine. Are you finally... Okay, you're going to attend a meeting. What for? Pick up equipment. Are you finally going to shoot things? No? Of course not. That'd be too easy. I don't want you to harvest plants. I want you to hunt. How goes my Ford adventures? The adventures are going pretty well so far. You know, we've got ourselves the start of a tower. That's a good place to be getting on with. But yeah, this marks only the beginning of greatness of the fortress of GraveGate. Me in the fridge. I'm hunting lunch here. My goal is to make a massive tower out of jet, and then steal a necromancer's book from a local tower. We picked out a tower and everything. If we go on the map here, it's over here. The human tower of Arrow Platted. It's quite a formidable thing so far. But my hope is once we have trained up this one dwarven ranger enough, that we'll be tough enough to go and steal the book from them. I was trying to get them to start off by like hunting, that sort of thing, to level up their ambusher skill. And when that didn't work, I was like, okay, can we get them into a guild? That doesn't seem to have worked either. I don't know how to get them to hunt things. Let's see, automatically weave all thread, use any cloth, automatically collect webs, slaughter any marked animal, pulling, refuse dumping, other. Announce some job cancellations, everybody harvests, mix similar foods in barrels, chores, children do chores. Okay, so we can specify whether or not children need to do so. refuse and dumping. Well, yeah, there's like nothing there on like how to get them to hunt. Yeah, Aurelia is the only one who is marked out for this. But I'm going to add in a couple of others as well, just in case. Yeah, there are elk birds wandering around, and no one is actually hunting. Just wish I knew what the hell, wish I knew what the hell would make them do anything. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of elves and humans and even a couple of goblins and cardinal people, masked lovebird people that are all just hanging out in the fortress here thanks to our bustling tavern. That reminds me, there is one thing that I wanted here. We're gonna put in a commission here. We're going to specify a stone, and it's going to be jet. And we're going to specify an image, a historical figure, Nicole, a deity of the flag of ravens, most often takes the form of a male dwarf and is associated with death. Unless we have a different god that will... Nope, just, yeah. Not our civilization, but a dwarven death god all the same. I don't know how many people in the fortress worship Nicole, but since this is a necromancer tower, it does make sense for us to make a temple to his glory. You know, if we can. Ooh, we could make one to an already existing religion. To Uja Phantom Die, associated with death. Now that, since Nicole doesn't appear here, I think we should. Okay. Let's do it. The Church of Tombs. In that case, can we change up what we're making? Specify image. Uja Phantom Die, the Oblivion of Crypts. Most often takes the form of a rotting female human and is associated with death. We just keep getting naked elves in here. They're naked, but they come in with with their books and everything, and that seems to be the only thing that they actually. That's the only thing that they end up bringing. You know, just artfully covering their bodies. Okay, let's put some instruments in here. Okay, we have room for a harpsichord. We bought that fair and square. We need some music in here. Welcome back, Axe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she isn't hunting. So yeah, I'm just gonna let her go back to things. Hopefully, once we get a military started up, she will actually start, start learning some good skills. Okay. My hope. Remember once being said your hunters went hunting, only had 5 bolts and forgot to reclaim them? I've got plenty of ammo though. Like, look, I've got like silver bolts, cow bone bolts, cat bone bolts, badger bone bolts. I've got so much ammo here, and none of them are taking it. The carpenter in question has a quiver, but just won't fill it. Yeah, this first layer of the tower, we've got fortifications all around. So hopefully, if we ever train up a squad of Marks dwarves, we can just bring in a bunch up here and make them fire down upon the invaders. But yeah, ranged attacks just don't seem to be all that competitive right now. Alright, let's see. Bob the Builder is doing nothing. Fornea is currently drinking. Freya is doing a chant. That's kind of cool. What is she chanting? She is performing a song called Straps Ever Onward. It's an example of the incenses of pantomiming. The work has no particular subject. Look at all this detail in the chant that she's performing. I love that we're doing a just like actual music in the hallway, or like in the tavern. Meanwhile, it looks like our dwarves are doing a demonstration on animal dissection for some reason. We're going to get some furniture up here in the Metalsmith's Guild. And then that way, we can start teaching all of our dwarves how to do smithing. Because even if we don't have them all assigned to smithing, if a dwarf goes into a strange mood, then I really want them to... Oh, finally! The militia commander Aurelia of GraveGate is hunting. She is shooting at an elk bird. Finally. Okay. So the reason I want her to learn how to hunt, I know I've mentioned it before, but I want her to learn about, to keep her ambushing skills nice and sharp, because the ambushing is really going to come in handy when we try and raid the Necro Tower. Whoop, she's running away. I must withdraw. God. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna lock her in here. Just gonna let her calm down for a sec. And then we'll let her out. Go on. Go pick up some more ammunition. I need you to finish off that elk bird. There we go. She's picked out some cowbone bolts. Okay, the good thing about making bolts out of bone is you can use them to kill something, and then you can then get the bones out of that thing to try and make something new. Make more bolts. Kill the thing that, you know, it's full of bones. Get more bone bolts. Easy. But hey, we finally got them to do some... Oh, hey, we finally got them to do some hunting. We've got a Dwarf Strand Extractor Bleak Ghoul here to enjoy themselves. Been quite a couple of intelligent undead making their way down here. Okay, it looks like she's running away again. Wait, why is everyone fighting? Oh, there's a giant olm in here. A giant cave toad. Why? Again with the cave toads. Okay, this cardinal woman bard is currently punching a giant cave toad. Oh, looks like they're actually winning as well. Oh, and now they're running away. You know what? Good on them for trying. Okay, it looks like Aurelia is hunting more. Just shooting repeatedly into the back of that elk bird. Eventually, she will kill it. She may have to go back for more ammunition. Yep, she runs away when she runs out of ammunition. That's fine. She will learn more eventually. Okay, so what happened? Okay, the giant olm is dead. That's fine. Congratulations, Brassica, you have slain a giant olm. Okay, she's back to hunting now that she's got more ammo. More ammunition. More ammo. Ammunition. I know what I mean. So, how much steel do we have? 58 steel. Okay, okay. Now we really begin. We've got a whole bunch of iron as well. And we've got a set of dwarves whose job it is to start making armor. So we're gonna start off by making some iron helmets. I want them to... We're basically doing the Skyrim thing, where you level up by making a whole bunch of iron daggers. And once you've finished making all those iron daggers, then you make the good stuff. And that's what we're doing with the armor. We take a bunch of iron that we don't need. We belt it out into several easy things that we won't necessarily miss. And then once that's done, we'll just get cranking out a whole bunch of good armor once they've leveled up. But hey, it is 11:45, and I have work in the morning, so let's call it a night here, okay? Okay, we've done a lot of cool shit here. Thank you for watching, comrades. Remember to like the video, subscribe, do all of the notification things to boost the video in the algorithm, and to show it to other people. And I want you all to remember that the world is only as dark as we allow it to be. So light it up.